The clock is ticking for tens of millions of Americans receiving unemployment who will see their $600 enhanced benefit end next week. The CARES Act passed in March gave out-of-work Americans an additional $600 per week in unemployment benefits, but the policy is set to expire on or before July 31st. Because states typically pay out unemployment benefits on a weekly cycle that ends on a Saturday or Sunday, that means states will apply the $600 extra payments for time worked until July 25 or 26, rather than the very last day of the month, which is a Friday. If Congress doesn't act to extend those benefits by the deadline of July 25 or 26, experts say it could take several weeks to reauthorize any new aid that comes out of the next relief package. What's going to happen is on July 25, states will stop paying the $600 and will have to turn that function off in their computer system, says Michele Evermore, senior policy analyst at the National Employment Law Project. To get it started back up again, it may take a while to reprogram. I've been told that even in states with modernized systems, it could still take weeks. Jobless Americans will remember the strain of applying for and receiving unemployment assistance in the early weeks of the pandemic, when more than 10 million claims overwhelmed outdated systems in the last 2 weeks of March alone. According to data compiled by Andrew Stettner, a senior fellow at the Century Foundation, just 57% of claims, 8 million out of 33 million, had been paid nationwide by the end of May. While the enhanced benefit effectively expires July 25 or 26, depending on the state, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Monday that discussions about the next coronavirus relief bill are expected to be coming to a head sometime within the next 3 weeks, beginning next week, CNN reports. Some say continuing to look at the end of July as the final deadline for a decision to be made could leave millions in limbo waiting for a new round of federal aid to kick in. If Congress passes a new package next week, it's far more likely that people will get the continued benefit more fluidly and without interruption, Evermore says. Though the $600 weekly benefit was signed into law March 27, it took roughly a full month for all 50 U.S. states and the District of Columbia to start paying out the benefit. Evermore, who spent 10 years working in the Senate, says, in general, the Senate does tend to take negotiations right until whatever the deadline is to pass something, so I'm not super optimistic Congress will pass an extension on unemployment insurance next week. Not unless they get a whole lot more phone calls from constituents. I think if more people realize the benefit really does end on July 25, not July 31, people would start contacting their representatives and maybe that would force more action.